Hello, fellow doll lovers. This is an adult doll collecting video for adult doll collectors. I wanted to have a little dress her up with me little video time with you guys. As you will recognize this lovely blonde girl. She is the latest addition to the Blythe family here. She's wearing a cool little scrunchie from Rainbow High Color and Create on her wrist, which we're going to lose that because it's not going with this aesthetic. So, as I had mentioned briefly in my last video, years and years and years ago, I did mention that it was like 10 years ago, but I think it was actually longer than that. I think it was closer to maybe even 15 to 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. But anyway, so that long time ago, I bought 3 authentic takara Blythes, and one of them I customized the eye chips. I don't even remember how I learned how to do it back then because like YouTube wasn't around. And no, I'm not going to tell you guys my age. Does this come out? These have to come out, right? Okay, so anyway, I customized this other Blythe doll, which I will I will show you guys shortly. But I used back then they had the eye chips that were like these stock Blythe eye chips where you see like the little lines in the iris. I really like that, and I've said this before, I like when dolls look like dolls. I don't like it when they're so realistic and so human-like that they lose their sweet doll nature that I just really love. So when I was customizing my Blythe doll, I got some really lovely like honey-colored eye chips and some clear eye chips, which you'll see soon enough. But back then, these were the only eye chips that were sold, and that sufficed for me. And there were the ones that were just like this. Maybe the pupil was a little larger, and there were not these striations in there. I'm not sure what they're called. If anybody knows, please let me know. I will just Google it too, though. So they only had these type of like stock looking eye chips for the Blythe dolls. And there were no, like, I didn't see any glass ones. People weren't making them out of resin back then. Like resin, 2-part resin wasn't a thing back then. And so I loved my customized Blythe. Now, as I've gotten her, not that I want to customize her because I really love her the way she is. I take that back. If I do customize her, it's that I'd only want to more strongly pronounce her eyelid so that she always kind of looks a little bit like this. You see? I love that sweet look as is really pronounced on my authentic takara Blythe. And so that would be really the only customization I would want to do for her. I would leave all of her eye colors in because I just love them. I love the side glancing, and I love this front facing. So I was looking on eBay, and they only have like these hyper realistic eyes where they have those little flecks in there, which of course is beautiful on people, but I don't want that for my doll. I want my doll to look like a doll. I looked on Amazon. I didn't find any eye chips that look like this. I did find one seller on eBay that was selling eye chips, but they're advertising like 15 different types, and I'm in love with like 12 of them. But when you go to select which one you want, it's only like an aqua green color, and it's only like a light pink color, which is very similar to the pink that she comes with. So I don't want that, and I don't want the aqua green color. I want some really lovely dark eyes, like a smoky dark gray or dark brown. again, not for her, but for another Blythe doll that I do want to get. I'm not sure what variation I would want yet, if she's going to have short hair, if she's going to have bangs, if she'll have a side part or a middle part, curly hair. I don't know yet, but that right now, that idea has been floating around in my head basically since before I got her. I am expecting two more Icy Blythes, and a few fashions. So if you guys know of anybody selling these eye chips but that look like this ones, please let me know. But I'm also not looking to spend $1 million on them. I'll just have to come to accept that all of my Blythe dolls will have the same eye colors. Look how cute she looks. But I would like to have some different coloration, but again, I want them to look like this. So let's talk about this dress. I got this dress on Amazon. It was $11. It's so gauzy and it's so soft. It looked a little more like tea stained online, but I'm happy with this color. Now, the fashion that I like my Blythes in is that of the vintage sort of flair. Not nightgowny necessarily, but that she's definitely, I like the long dresses on them, and I like that they look like little girls. I have seen some custom Blythes where, they do like the lips and everything, and they make the nostrils and everything. That's wonderful if you like that. I personally don't like that, and I think, I've seen that there's a lot of that going on, but I'm like a thin lips girl. Even on people, I dig thin lips, and I just think I love her little pressed expression. I just really love it. It seems very simple, and she's got a little Himmelfahrtschnauze. If anybody speaks German, you'll know it's like a sky-facing little nose, and it's so cute. And I don't like it if, when people do the nostrils. Of course, everybody's, you do you, but I guess I'm just like a little kvetching, only because, like I said, I've been searching and searching for these type of eye chips, but all I find are the hyper realistic ones, or the ones that are like murky and milky colored with like sparkles in them, which I like too, but they're like the cabochons, and they don't have the little peg in the middle. I prefer the one they have the peg, because they're just like easier to like stick in there, and they kind of stay in there. At least that was my experience when customizing my Takara Blythe. As for shoes, this girl, I don't know, she tends to like to sit like this, I've noticed. Like that, with one foot over the other one. Just kind of cute like that, like a little 5-year-old girl would sit, outside, barefoot. Because that's what little 5-year-old girls like to do. They like to run around outside barefoot. That's what I did when I was 5. Apparently it's healthy too, but anyway, yeah, so I love this type of fashion on the Blythe dolls. This is annoying me. I'm so excited to get my other Blythes in the mail, and I will share them with you when they get here. They can't come soon enough. And here we are with our Takara Blythe. There, she's got her nice icky green, dark pea soup green eyeshadow. Love that. I gave her these earrings, and as you can see, that's when as I was prying the skull open of this dolly. It's so funny. I did this so long ago, like before YouTube, right? And I don't even remember how I learned how to do this. Now, like, it's the funniest thing, because I'm like, how did I know how to do all this? And I just opened up the head. Oh, and guys, check this out. I forgot that I did all this. Like, I actually forgot that I gave her earrings. I don't even know where I got this stuff. Like, I think this is super cute. They're in there forever. I think she came with these heart earrings. I have that suspicion, because they're in there real good. So she's got a little scratched of the eye makeup here, and it's funny, I remember that. I wasn't playing with her roughly or anything, but look at this. I actually gave her sleep eyes, and I completely forgot that until like a week ago when I dug her out of the storage container under my bed, under the other bedroom's bed. I was like, oh my God, what a cool kid I was 20 years ago. I did all this, and look at these beautiful dark chocolatey brown eyes she has. And you see that little exposed lid? I just love this expression. It's not necessarily that her gaze is tilted downward, but it's just that there's more visible part of her upper eyelid. I want to do that with the icy Blythes. And see, then there's these ones. These are those clear honey ones that I was talking about. Pretty cute, right? I will say I do fancy the more nude lip because, like I said, to me, Blythe is a 5-year-old girl. An adorable, little mischievous, a little bit 5-year-old girl. A little creepy. And then these ones. These are actually clear eye chips. But before I stuck them in, as you can see, I painted a very thin ring around the edge of black. And I was so into that back then. That was like my own idea. I did that. I used black acrylic paint. And I still can't get over like what a cool little kid I was. I don't remember how, I think I dressed her like this. Because usually like my mom, like, I got my mom into doll collecting. And she's really great with like liking really a wide variety of dolls. Like I'm much more discriminating among types of dolls that I like or types of dolls that I'll collect. And here we have, actually these are like a lavender, gray lavender. How pretty. So yeah, I'm very particular with what types of dolls I like. Beautiful dolls only allowed on my channel and in my collection. I know, terrible. So I was looking at these two and I want to see like what is the difference. Maybe there isn't a difference. Maybe they just, Icy Blythe took the actual form of the doll face. And what's interesting is, now I notice this, she's got the really shiny face. My other blonde, Takara Blythe, which I showed you guys in my last video, she has that nice, like, velvety sheen to her. And that is my favorite type of glossy face. It's just a little glossy, but it's just so very reminiscent of the original Blythe doll. So I like her in this outfit. That's the thing with these legs, right? Yeah, you can tell these are little, I don't know if you guys can like hear it, but these legs, they're starting, maybe in like several years or so, they're going to start to get sticky, I think. Because like I said, this was like a good 15 to like 18 years ago when I bought these dolls. And I'm thinking now, I'm like, how did I afford it? I don't know. Living at home has its perks, that's for sure. You know, back then. So yeah, I really love this doll. I love what I did to her. I need to find the black-haired one. She is still elusive. So we tracked down the blonde Takara, and we have her. This is the mousy brown-haired one. This hair is like a hard type of saran, and these curls are like so hard, and they're a little scratchy at the end, but again, I like that because it makes her have this like older vintage aura about her. Her clothing certainly doesn't give that. I dressed her in this. These shorts are vintage, Barbie, really cute. This is a Cali Girl functional zip up sweater. You guys remember the Cali Girl line? Oh, that Mattel put out for Barbie. That was like my favorite. That was like the best play line. All the dolls were like super tanned, and their hair was like this silvery blonde in there. And like, I loved the Barbie. She had like gray blue eyes, and the Teresa doll, she had crimped hair, amazing. And the Nikki doll was absolutely gorgeous. She had this like super textured, fine curly hair. it was black, but then she had like gold and silver highlights. So every time I see now this Cali girl thing, I remember like what an awesome time that was in the doll collecting era back then. Yeah, so but I want to get her out of this because I did order a bunch of really cute Blythe stuff, super expensive, but like, again, this more vintage like fashion, and I want to get her in some of it. But I feel like she's a little bit like a street kid, sort of, like with her short hair. She's not a tomboy, but she, you know, she runs around in the streets and she goes into abandoned houses and stuff like that, in back alleyways and stuff, chases stray cats, you know, that's her vibe. I think it suits her to have a little bit like street kid clothes, but still that you're going to be a 5-year-old, you know, because you're 5. You're 5 too, but you're like this sort of vintage 5, and she's kind of like, she is vintage 5-year-old too. But yeah, I just feel like I want to change for her. I'm so glad that I have her documented wearing this, so I'm not gonna miss it too much. Let's see what she's wearing under here. So this is like a little tank top. Oh, it's so cute, you guys. In a way, I mean, color-wise, I'm not really feeling it, but it's comfortable and familiar just because she's been in this outfit forever. Yeah, so I guess that's what I want to say. Let me see if there was anything else that I can add. Yeah, look at this. Can you believe this? I really dug in there with the screwdriver to pry apart the head. And that was no small feat, let me tell you. That was work. A lot of sweat went into customizing this little girl. And I'm proud of myself. I did it, like I said, like a million years ago. She never had any shoes, so. But the shoes that I do like for them are the vintage, like Skipper doll shoes, those cute flat ones. So I like those type of shoes for them because like they're easy, they're cheap, and I have a bunch of them. So what else? What else can I say? I'm gonna leave you guys with a nice set of chocolatey brown eyeballs on both of the Blythe girls. There we go. Oh my goodness, look, they're both looking this way. Aw, they're so adorable. You guys, I love Blythe dolls so much. They will forever be really my favorite doll. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me in this little chit chat about Blythe dolls, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.